I'll just go through.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's warmly welcome Blossom. Good job.
Thanks, Julian.
I'll just check it. Is that going to be okay?
If it's more horizontal, it's good.
Just-
Will that raise up?
It's only for the. Oh, you need
Round one to Michael.
More horizontal and more.
Yeah. Is it? Is that true? I don't put my idea. Oh, that's here. There we go. Yeah, that feels good. Yes. It's White Cloud I'm worried about. He's not really au fait with all this sort of stuff. Is that good? That feels.
Yeah, it sounds great.
I just
Don't
want
move.
to. I know. I just. Well, I don't know. Oh, look, I'm sure we'll be fine. Oh, God. That sounds so. Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody, here we are for the second half after the intermission, and sort of different energy already. I can feel just a nice, gentle energy coming in, and it's just. I mean, how stunning! Look, how stunning to be out here doing this, and the beautiful energy of the tree there. I mean, it's just. I'd put your cement boots on if I were you, really, and we'll see how we go. So I never know, as I've said, I never know what I'm supposed to say, and then I never know what White Cloud's going to say. It's just quite a doddle, really. Maybe I don't have to do much preparation at all, apart from bring my stool. So I'll just let him come in. No, he possibly lived in the late 1500s. As his last lifetime. I can't get what tribe, and it was me that blocked it to start with, and that block has remained. But as he says, it doesn't matter when he was here or what tribe he was in. What matters is what he comes through to say, and that's all that we need to know, type of thing. So I understand, but I can't give you clarification on it, I'm afraid. So he'll come through, and I might channel a chicken, you never know. Oh dear. So yeah, and he'll come through. Oh, this cushion isn't quite right. That's better. And then, I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure the Federation will also come through. They seem to do that these days, which is lovely. And we'll just play it by ear and see what happens. Okay, enjoy, everybody. Enjoy. A very warm welcome to each soul that is in front of Blossom's eyes that I have been given the gift to see through. I see your colors. I see your light.
Look at all the bright colors you are wearing. But it is not those colors I see. It is the colors of the rainbow that exude from your being. Each one of you sitting here today with me. Do you know what an honor that is for me? Not for you, for me. To be able to be here. And Blossom is struggling already with the emotions because I am filled with them. Because it has been such a long time since I was able to be outside in this way and to see all of this. And for you to know, my friends, that this planet that you reside upon is so beautiful. You see images of what people have made on computers or through paintings, of what they say the 5D is to be, with crystal buildings and waterfalls and beings of light. But I say to you, all you need to reach that level of vibration is to look up at the sky, to touch a tree, to speak to the flowers, to feel the sand between your toes and the water coming over your feet. Your hearts, your soul can take you to the place that you feel you are going to. You are here on this planet, and it is beautiful. It is not to focus on that which is not going so well. As Blossom said, only focus, my friends, on the love that is in your heart. Each one of you here has been here many, many times. And probably there are many of you that may have been within the same family in other lifetimes, in the same, Blossom is questioning this, but I choose to say, in the same armies as each other, where you fought for the light, for what you believed is right. And here you are, my friends, all gathered here upon your planet. And I choose the word fighting for what is right. Because inside of your heart, you know it is what you came here to do. Each one of you in your own time has allowed their soul to awaken to the truth of itself. There is no going back, as we said earlier. Keep strength within you. We have spoken often of swords of light to the skies. The lady spoke of earlier just now of of coming together at a certain time to shine the light out. As you do that, perhaps think to raise your sword of light to the skies and watch it fill up with rainbow energy, and allow that energy to come through your sword of light, through into your being. You see, my friends, you have to know who you are. You have to know that. Because if you doubt it, in a sense, you are insulting yourself. You came here to change this planet into a brighter, better, higher vibration. Don't doubt that each one of you were chosen. Even on days where you feel you have no strength left, or a family member has upset you, and it is that your vibration comes down a little, your frequency. Do not beat yourself up for it. Do not do that to yourself. Just recognize that that took place. And then breathe deeply and say to yourself that some of you here may know of and some of you may not just yet, but now you all will. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. And when you say that, know it. Feel it. Because when you feel it, my friends, you are taken out of the density that is within your planet. And you are lifted up into the light of truth that you know yourself to be. You cannot deny that when you feel it inside of you. When you smile at another, that Blossom spoke of earlier, these eyes of yours, they are the windows to the soul. And so when you smile at another, let them see inside your soul. Let your light, your bright, beautiful, shining light, come out from within your being, your heart, and come up and sparkle through your eyes. Because I tell you, that soul that sees those diamonds within you, shining at them, will feel your love. They cannot not, no matter what place within themselves they are. Your smile, your light will have a deep effect. And you do not need anybody to know that this is what you are doing. It is not about, look what I can do. It is about look at how I feel. And you all feel so different now from when you used to. You all know better now from days gone by. Can you hear those birds singing? How can folks say this is not a beautiful planet? It is when we recognize that we are one. We are one with the singing of the birds. We are one with the magnificence of that mighty tree. That as I speak to you, is sending you such love. That tree desires that you know it is on this planet with you to do exactly what you are here to do also. That tree is part of the divine plan. That blade of grass is part of the divine plan. Each one of you is part of a divine plan. And think of that word, divine. You are divine beings of light. Each one. You may find that you know of souls, and perhaps it would be that you may question, I wonder if they are a divine being of light, because their behavior may not present that way. But of course they are. They are here to shine their light also. They just may not yet have found how to do it for themselves first and foremost, before they can give it to others. Because, my friends, if you do not fully accept your truth of being the divine light, how can you possibly share it with others? If you are doubting yourself, would you say, as you smile, well, I'll give you this bit of a smile and I'm hoping it will do the trick, because White Cloud said if you do that, this works and that works. You cannot go into this half-heartedly. You have to know so deeply who you are. And not only that, because you all know that you are love, do you not? But you have to now recognize the level of love that is coming through you. The vibration of love that is coming through you is different from 4 or 5 years ago. You are different from 4 or 5 years ago. Do you feel it in you? Are there nodding of heads? be strong, my dearest friends. All that is to come in days ahead, would I say, is going to be, if I were to say it is to be a challenge, that would be an understatement. And it is not when we speak like this that we are being negative. We are being truthful. It will be a challenge, and that is why you are here. I sound like a broken record sometimes. You are the strongest of the strong, and never, ever, ever forget who you are and why you came. And if you never, ever forget, how can this divine plan possibly fail? A divine plan cannot fail. You were all so keen to come here, so keen to be at the top of the queue. Let me go down. I can sort this out. And then you get here, and you are, could I please get the next ship back home? Let us speak of ships, shall we, as we are in this position. You are not alone. You know this. You are protected. And yes, I would say, my friend, that there is often, I'm choosing the word, abased, as in a base ship that hovers around here. It is giving energy, and it is also receiving energy. Those from other realms they are all around you. Do not forget that either. They are so in awe of that which you came to do because you are doing it so well. Always connect with them. Always say hello to them. For they love you as I love you, as you love them. Working towards this change, that when it has taken place, how your hearts will sing. How you will look into each other's eyes and say, we did it. We did it. We got through all of that. And we did what we came here to do. And all of the darkness will have gone. This, I promise you. So be of great cheer in your hearts as the coming months reveal truths that will hit hard. But you can take it because you are the strongest of the strong. And now it is, my friends. That the energy is changing. And our visitors would also care to join us here today. we are taken aback a little, for we had not taken into account the energy of being outside. Blossom is finding overwhelm through us because this is a first. We have never felt this. And is it that sometimes you wish to get off? Why? When you can feel wind. When you can be in touch with the elements. In this way. Oh, how blessed you are. We are just pausing for a moment because there is a pain for the lady in the head due to us experiencing the outsideness of your world. And in that respect, we shall take account of how long we can remain. Yet whether we speak through this vessel or whether you think of us in your beings makes no difference. For the love that we have for you is always present in your hearts. Always. We can only speak in the same way as that of Mr. White Cloud and others who have the interest of your planet, and those like you and all who reside upon it. We sincerely trust that you know all the support that is there for you all the time. Dear ones, how can you think sometimes that you have to go it alone. When beyond this world are worlds beyond worlds beyond worlds that are aware of what is taking place on your beloved Gaia. And it is within their being of love to make it their mission at this time to be with you throughout now and all that is to take place. How honored are you? How blessed are you to be here? As we speak now, as we come through from a higher energy, we ask you to feel our love. Feel our love, please, now in this moment, within inside of you. Knowing this love shall never leave. We are always with you. Always. And some of you may find that as you tuck yourself in your bed this night, that you feel within your heart space that which we are, merging with that which you are on a higher, deeper level. It is that soon we would have to take our leave and hand you back to what Blossom refers to as the old engine. But before we go, we would very much like to just take in each one of you and send our love. Please take in some deep breaths as hopefully we touch your hearts. Many thanks. normally it would be that myself or Blossom would make a joke about the banging of that, but the energy was too beautiful to break at that time. It is that it was unusual because would we say none of us had taken into account the effect that it would have on Blossom and of the energy of the Federation from being outside. And it really was, it was taking the breath away, if you like, but also it is an absolute phenomena that this was able to take place. And therefore I give thanks to you, because it was your energy that was able to allow them to remain because of the grounding of your light and your love, that they were able to come through in this way today. So we are all very grateful to you for allowing that to take place. I'm now going to do a trick which that is perfect. I could not do this trick for a long time, which was to look at a watch and to get Blossom to register the time and then to register it through to me so that we knew. There are so many things that Blossom and I, over a glorious 23 years, have been able to come through. You have no idea, my friends, the joy that I feel to be able to have the privilege to look into your eyes and see your beautiful souls of light, and to be able to pass my wisdom through to you in this way. For that I am so grateful. And we have a few more minutes, and with your permission, it is that I would like very much for us all to say the mantra together. It is entirely up to you whether you choose to say it out loud, and I will be honest, I am not going to judge those who do not say it out loud and those who say it within their minds. But it has more power through the sound, through the resonance, the tone of light. And so to do it together is so powerful, so strong. So I would very much like to just finish this beautiful afternoon. Just for a few minutes I will guide you of saying, I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. And as you do so, my friends, feel it in your heart and know that you are sending that power that you are out, into, onto, through, above this planet to bring her and yourselves back into the divine place that you belong. Many thanks. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Hey, natua, hey. Hey, tudna hitsia. Hey, ho. Hey, hona. Hey, and so, my friends, it is time for this gathering to come to a close. May your hearts be filled with light and love. And may the love that I have for each one of you assist in carrying you through that is to come, and to take you through to the other side of all the turmoil, so that we, with your help, all of you, may reside in a beautiful planet of laughter and joy, of love, peace, and happiness. Adieu, my friends. Adieu.
Thank you all so much for being here today. It's just been an absolute pleasure and an absolute joy. And I'm really looking forward to a bit of nosh and a cup of tea. Michael, can I just say thank you so, so much. It's for inviting me. It really was a pleasure. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I'm going to sit in your chairs, okay?
Yes, do it.
Oh dear. I got quite emotional. What? Testing? Okay. I got quite emotional during that with White Cloud, which I give great thanks for him to coming through. I also give great thanks for the Federation of Light to come through. And most of all, for the hard work that you do in bringing all that to us, Blossom Goodchild. I think I told you during our coffee 2 hours that Federation of Light woke me up one night. Some of you know this, but not all of you know this. They woke me up in the middle of the night. It was 2 days after having a treatment with Michelle, lovely Michelle, there she is, at Lotus on a Monday morning. And it's her birthday. What day is it? Tomorrow? Today? Oh, okay.
So rolled, Michael, so rolled.
Well, we're having something. Oh, perhaps it's not tomorrow. All right. Oh well, I'm only human. And basically, after that beautiful treatment with Michelle, which is only $25 tomorrow if you want to see. Little plug for you, only $20. Okay. So yeah, Michelle's does a great job at Lotus, giving healings and putting crystals in your hand and bringing forth galactic beings during the treatment. And I was oblivious to this before I moved up here from Sydney, you know, because I'm just a country bumpkin from England, you know, Shropshire. And I didn't know any of this was ever going to happen in my life. I just thought, oh yeah, it's, you know, I've got to work hard. When's retirement? I've worked harder now I'm in retirement than I did before. But anyway, I'm rambling on. But the beautiful treatment with Michelle just turned into an amazing journey of discovery of galactic beings coming forth, seeing UFOs coming from the mountain, seeing beams of light going into the mountain, having craft go over my head just here, just behind us. I was standing on my patio and I felt them going over my head. And I thought, hello, fellas. I couldn't see them because they were cloaked, but the air was totally still, but I felt the movement of the air going over my head. And then 2 months later, with these delightful two ladies in the front row, Dee and Bente, we went to Uluru. So that was a great adventure as well. So having all of this happen to me when I've lived in this beautiful abode, with the great views. I fell in love with the view more than the house, to be honest, because when I look later at all the imperfections, being a Virgo, you spot all the chipped tiles and this is not right. Anyway, so after all that, my journey at this house, I was totally guided to be here because, you know, I knew I'd got to be in the Noosa area, just an inner knowing. And also the thoughts that you have in your head that they give you totally guided me here. And that's just amazing that I'm here and I'm inviting the beautiful Blossom to come and talk to us all. When the group started 5.5 years ago with the delightful Lizzie Anderson, and Michelle was another one. And there's a couple of Germans that live over there, which don't mention the war, but they're not here today, so I can say that. Oh, I'm sorry, Annie, forget that. And Kathleen, where's Kathleen? She comes, where is she? Oh, there you are, hiding behind the post, sorry. And she's given us delightful channelings as well. So having you all here is a totally special occasion, and the love that you give out to me and the love that I give to you, it's just all meant to be. We're all meant to be here in our soul group. You know, I call a lot of these ladies my soul sisters. I haven't got many soul brothers, but Wayne's about the closest. Where are you, Wayne? There he is. And Gary, you're sitting next to him, and Alan is a special character, aren't you, Alan? And you give us your puns, you know, Daddy's jokes and puns. And the delightful Margaret, she does brilliant massage and Reiki, and she gives you messages too. I shouldn't have started this because I'll have to mention all of you now. Thank you, Dominic, Padre, Madre, and Julianne, and Len, and Jenny. Jenny is an instigator for me to meet all these people because of her at Lotus, she put me onto the spiritual church in Karoi. And then from there I met Lizzie, and then I met Kathleen and Annie, and then this delightful crowd of 40 plus people is just incredible. So I'm not channeling anybody at the moment, but if you want to come through, just let me know. But I have channeled artwork under the tree, so that is a special thing for me to experience, having to not do very much when I'm painting, because otherwise I'm thinking with my head, and I just let it out through my artwork. And one of the artworks was on Bente's book cover as well. Give you another plug there, Bente. And so that was like a galactic being. The paintings on the wall inside the TV room. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Thank you. I just want to do a scan of the people, if that's all right. Anybody hide your face if you don't want to be on camera. I just want to get the tree in as well. So just bear with me a little bit. There's Blossom, and there's Mount Carroy. Oops. Somebody didn't want to be on camera. So we have a delightful gathering here. I've never seen so many people at this property. God knows what the neighbours think. Hopefully they're listening in.
The chooks liked it.
And the chooks liked it. And the black cockatoo. And there's the delightful Moreton Bay fig, which has a portal, I should say. So thank you all very much for listening. Thank you again to Blossom, good child. Lots of love to you.